Where do you think these mountains are located? Maybe Alaska or somewhere else in the western United States? Or maybe even the Canadian Rockies? Well, what if I told you that these mountains aren't located anywhere in western North America, but instead sit on the far eastern edge of the continent, a region that's far lesser known for its dramatic landscapes? But first, be sure to follow for more mountain and geography content. The Torngat Mountains are a major mountain range that cover portions of Quebec, Labrador, and Nunavut in eastern Canada. In total, the range covers more than 11,000 square miles, an area larger than the states of Rhode Island, Delaware, and Connecticut combined. But while the Torngat Mountains cover a large geographic area, they aren't particularly tall, as the highest point in the range, Mount Kobvik, shown here, stands at only 5,420 feet. In total, only 9 mountains in the entire range exceed 5,000 feet in elevation. But despite these relatively modest elevations, the Torngat Mountains are actually the highest mountains in all of continental Canada located east of the Rocky Mountains, which sit roughly 2,000 miles to the west. And they're also some of the highest mountains in eastern North America overall. And besides, the incredibly dramatic nature of the Torngat Mountains makes them appear much larger than their height would suggest. Now, a big reason why the Torngat Mountains look so impressive is their northerly location. You see, because the mountains are located just south of the Arctic Circle, the entire range has an Arctic tundra climate, and therefore is above the tree line. This lack of vegetation makes the mountains appear much larger. Unsurprisingly, their northerly location means the Torngat Mountains have been heavily glaciated throughout their history, and in fact, the entire range has been covered by multiple separate ice sheets over the course of the last several ice ages. The advance and retreat of these ice sheets have led to the formation of numerous fjords throughout the range and have given many of the mountains sheer vertical cliff faces. The end result of this process is the formation of one of the most dramatic landscapes, not just in Canada, but anywhere on Earth. Now, despite how remote these mountains are, it is possible to visit them, as a large portion of the range is protected by Torngat Mountains National Park. While the park itself doesn't have any permanent infrastructure, Parks Canada does operate a seasonal base camp that provides resources and is open for roughly 5 weeks a year. However, it's getting to that base camp that's the challenging part, as it requires chartering either a plane or a boat, which is both time-consuming and expensive. However, if you do make the effort to get to the